Peace, God.
Peace to the God.
How you, God?
I'm studying 120 right now. Call me back at the God hour.
You're welcome. You're all welcome.
Good shit.
Des Moines, Iowa in the house.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Episode 126 here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
126. It feels like we just did 100. We ripped off 26 episodes?
Yes, sir. We are consistent. For
Look at
sure.
us. We're like we should get like the Spotify deal soon, right?
Yeah, soon enough. Sweden will be calling. Asking for our services. You know? We got Paulie. I might be in the most comfortable position ever to Louie while doing the pod. We got Joshua. I might be cleaning my place while doing the pod. Jerome.
Cooking meatballs.
I was watching The Mummy Returns, but I put it on mute.
Yes,
So
sir.
we're good.
Yes, sir. We got Adam. I might put a G note on the Nets first half over Orecchio.
That sounds about accurate.
And we have Tony. Your favorite conspiracy just became true, Gabriel. And yeah, we got Sleeping with Shoes on the music. Shout out to him. You'll be hearing that. If you're listening now, that'll be the background. And yeah, man. So Des Moines, Iowa. I want to hear.
Yeah, I want every detail
Yeah.
about this place.
Yes.
It's a magical place.
I don't want to insult people too. I feel bad. But it's not great. We had a great time. Oh, we had a blast.
I want to know. I mean, I know we talked a little bit about it, but like this, you could almost write a script. Like this is like a script to like a movie or like a show. Like just a bunch of dudes sitting around watching the ball game. Like, hey, we should go to March Madness. Yeah, let's do it. It's just like you guys like spin a wheel all the cities. It's like
So you know, originally me and my brother booked Vegas for this trip like 8 months ago, but then as it got closer, the prices for the flights were just so out of control. So my brother was like, "Why don't we try, a city that's showing March Madness?" And he just like you said, he just spun the wheel, and it was Des Moines, Iowa, and all of us were like, "No fucking way!" And then my brother, being the way he is, he just slowly hammered us until we all came.
So yeah, we've also done this for a few years now. We've done Vegas twice, actually.
Vegas twice, Atlantic City.
I think one year we were in the city, right? Weren't we somewhere in the city too? So
yeah, I think so. I think we had 2 AC runs, actually, 2 Atlantic City runs.
2 AC runs, 1 city run, 2 Vegas runs, and this now we ventured out into the Midwest.
Yeah, it's like a 5-year tradition now.
oh, you guys have done it that many times. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's adding up.
Okay.
And the last night of the trip, we pulled up the schedule and we're already looking at next year.
Nice.
Shout out Spokane, Washington.
Spokane.
Is that what you're hoping?
Right.
Is that what you're hoping for next year?
No, we'll see.
I don't think I could handle the flight to Spokane. I think that's like a 7 or 8 hour flight. You're talking about a place that's close to
Yeah, that's far.
It's like Vancouver. Yeah, that's it's almost Alaska. Yeah, that'd be a rough one. But yeah, so I mean, Des Moines. Paint a picture here. I know.
So picture this: we land right, and we head right to the first thing we do is drop off our bags and head right to the bar. Craig's there already for 7 hours.
Just him?
Yeah, and he's the only black guy in Des Moines.
Oh my god.
And so we land, we drop our bags off, and we go to a bar in the East Village, quote unquote, which is about 3 minutes from the hotel. I'm wearing a jumpsuit, matching top and bottom. And the first thing this one guy says to us is like, "You guys are not from Iowa, are you?" And I was like, how'd you know? And his girl was like, "You're from Jersey." So we're like, oh man, that's pretty accurate. How'd you know? He goes, I can see your jumpsuit. They don't sell those in Iowa. and then the guy goes, I've actually never seen a fade before. Because right now my haircut's a fade. Like I've never seen a fade in person. So we were all dying.
That's amazing.
Yeah, when you say paint a picture, like literally for painting that picture, you just need a lot of gray. You need it's dreary and it's dark and it's cold. And it snowed every day that we were there, but nothing stuck. It was like flurries.
Okay.
In South Beach when like from 6 to 7 it's just like torrentially downpours and then it's gone and the sun comes out. Picture that except snow.
Okay.
So that kind of happens.
Okay.
And man, it was so cold. Like stinging cold. Like as soon as you open the door and you walk outside, it stabs you in your body. Like you're being punched in the face with the wind and how cold it is. It was for us, like normally we've been on tons of vacations like together. We always walk around. Like if it's within a mile or 2 miles distance, we walk everywhere. Here, impossible. You wait inside until your Uber's right outside. You get in the Uber, and then you go.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah.
So cold.
Yeah, and incredibly flat, right? Like there's not a mountain for. There's no mountains. Nothing. No elevation, right?
Yeah, it's
really
I
think I'm pretty sure it's pretty flat. So then we go to bed. The next day we hit the game start the next day, and first thing we do is pretty much lose all our first bets. Furman. We were on the wrong side of Furman. We're on the wrong side of what was the other game?
Michigan State.
Michigan loses. We're in like a Kansas bar. They're playing country music, and we're like, "Can you pipe in some sound?" So we end up bouncing to another bar. We order pizza. It's the worst pizza on planet Earth.
During the game, they're just playing country music the whole time?
Yeah. No, we're at a bar. It's like the major sports bar in town. It's called like Johnny's Hall of Fame, and they're not playing the sound for the games.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, then we lose both. We head over to a bar called Beer Can Alley. Have the worst pizza on planet Earth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if you told your baby girl to make a pizza, it would come out 10 times better than this pizza.
Oof.
I'm not exaggerating. It was
what did it look like? Was it just like the crust was super?
I wish I took a picture of it. It was like, Adam, how do you describe it? It was like a Picasso of like.
Yeah, put it this way. Imagine six drunk people at a table, and now drop a pizza in front of them. Like, what happens to that pizza? In this case, like 75% of it went uneaten. It was just sitting there. We're all looking at it.
That bad. Like,
not
even edible. Wow.
I think I had one small piece, and I was like, "Listen, when I'm drunk, I'll eat a lot of stuff, man. This is terrible."
Wow.
It was really bad. Listen, like, we'll have fun anywhere we go. Listen, we gambled on every game. We watched every game. We're excited. We were drinking. We're having a great time. But no exaggeration, it's the worst place I've ever been to in my life. If you told me go there or go to Rikers, I'm picking prison. I'm doing prison.
Oh my god.
Oh my
god. Every Iowa native also is 6'5", girls and guys.
Yeah, they're tall.
Yeah.
Giants.
So tall.
Midwest tall, yeah.
And the funny thing too is, so here, I'll give you a little, like, the first night we get there, and I think we meet a couple, and a few of the guys, you guys were talking to the boyfriend, and I was talking to the girlfriend. So I was trying to figure out if Des Moines is a cyclone city, meaning Iowa State, or a Hawkeyes, city, because Iowa, right?
Yeah.
And the description she gave me was that if you have a future in your life, if you want to do something, you're smart, you want to do anything with your life, you go to Iowa State. She's like, if you want to party and do drugs, but you don't have any brains in your head, you go to Iowa. Now, I don't know if she was partial or whatever, she was saying that, but I got that vibe that, like, Iowa State looks down upon Iowa, because a couple of places, I was
Interesting.
asking around, and they were
Huh.
saying that.
Interesting.
But
Because I was Big Ten, and normally they have great academics, and Big 12 is kind of like,
yeah.
yeah, I think this is more of a state. Like,
Yeah.
even though Iowa
State,
State, I think that's the smart academic school, and the other one's the party school. But the other thing she said was, like, nobody really leaves. So people live in Iowa, they grow up in Iowa, born in Iowa, live there, they go to college in Iowa, they don't really leave. And then we put that to the test because we met tons of people, and they're all so sweet. They're super nice
I'm
people.
sure. Yeah.
Even like when we were rooting against their teams, they were like booing us, but also come up to us and say hello and ask us about like what we're doing there and our trip and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But they don't leave. Like, we asked everybody if they'd ever been to New York, and everyone no. Maybe I think one person was yes.
Yeah, we went
But-
like 1 for 100.
Yeah,
Wow.
Jeez.
and a lot of them don't have an interest. They're like, nah, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they probably like are afraid of it. Like, oh my god,
Yeah.
it's insanity there.
Adam,
chaos.
tell them about the tent that we stumbled.
Okay, yeah. So day 2, we end up at it's St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so we do like this little $50 open bar in the morning, and then for the night games we stumble into this tent. So they built a tent in downtown Iowa. This is supposed to be the heart of March Madness. It basically looked like a senior center. They had a couple craft beers set up, and they had some guy selling bourbon. And apparently Drake is the school in Iowa.
Yes, in Des
because
Moines.
Drake is in. We had no idea that Drake was in Des Moines, Iowa.
We didn't know.
So,
Yeah.
We had no
Turns
idea.
So
out-
wait, so where's
Go ahead.
University of Iowa? Where's that?
So, University of Iowa, from my recollection, University is about 1.5 to 2 hours away, and Iowa State is 45 minutes away.
Middle of nowhere.
And
huh?
then- Yeah, and then in Des Moines is Drake University, which we had no idea Drake was in Des Moines. We got there, we found out, and we happened to bet Miami.
Nice.
Oh boy.
picture 1,200 people in a tent in Iowa rooting for Drake, and then us 6 in the corner screaming for Miami, completely annihilated after drinking all day at St. Patty's.
That's great. That's great.
I was telling Adam, like, if we were in New York or if we were in Philadelphia, I mean, Tony, you remember when we went to the college game? We
Yeah,
got
oh, yeah.
batteries thrown. We got batteries thrown at us.
I'll never
or
forget
quarters
it.
thrown at us.
Yep.
For rooting against the other team. At this place, we were rooting, and everyone was definitely giving us dirty looks and like, "What the hell are you guys doing here?" But a couple of guys came right up to us, and they were just friendly, like, "Hey, what are you guys doing here?" Like, just talking to us. And for the most part, everybody was pretty nice.
Yeah, I think a couple people kind of turned heel, and we're like, "All right, we're with the Miami guys now."
Yeah, because we were having so much fun. Yeah, a couple guys just wanted to be around us. And yeah, we did hit them with the na hey goodbye. Adam, I think was doing the sarcastic let's go Drake when Miami.
Yeah,
Was,
let's go, Drake.
so
Yeah.
as soon as it was 0, though, we got the hell out of there.
I'm sure. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I wish I seen the video of this.
Yeah. Midwest Nice is a real thing. It sounds like.
Yeah,
I
I think
just-
one of the craziest things was when Fairleigh Dickinson wins that game, and we're in a tent in Iowa, and everyone in Iowa is chanting FDU, and I'm like, FDU, that's in Teaneck, that's like 7 minutes from me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Jersey.
Yeah, we have 1,000 people in a tent in Des Moines chanting FDU for a school that's in our backyard in
Fairleigh
Jersey.
Dickinson.
Yeah.
Like,
Which
it was
is-
that's like kind of like a mind blowing thing.
Which is mind blowing. We'll definitely get to that. Yeah. So the tent, is that the picture you sent? And where I was saying it's like The Last of Us episode 6.
Yeah.
Or is that episode 6 or episode 7? Oh no, episode 8. Sorry, episode 8. With the cannibals. You guys were gonna,
Yeah.
It reminded me of that city.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You guys were gonna eat penne.
Yeah, we were saying this would be a good site for like an HBO series.
Yeah,
You know,
Yeah.
like it's always gloomy, like cloudy,
yeah,
very,
yeah.
very True Detective.
Yes.
There's
Were
not a
things,
lot. There's not a lot to
It's a
do.
lot cheaper compared, or like not like a huge difference.
No, it's crazy how cheap everything is out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
It's
imagine.
like it's wild. Like, I think the first day we were doing 25-ounce beers for like $5.
Oh shit! Wow.
Oh yeah, you know those. So you know when you go to MetLife, and I don't even know if they have these in MetLife, but like they're like basically tall boys, like beers,
Yeah.
or White Claw now you can get. Those things in MetLife are probably like $20, because you're essentially getting like little less than two beers or maybe 2 beers.
Right.
These things were $8 there.
Amazing.
$8.
That's great. Yeah, the only person who probably ever left Iowa was Ashton Kutcher.
Is he from there?
Yeah, he's a Iowan or whatever you call it, Iowan. What's like the closest major city? Chicago, right? Like they're all like Bears and Cubs fans out there, right?
Yeah. I think that's 5 or 5.5 hours away.
Yeah. So you're out in the cornfields. You know, obviously Iowa's famous for Field of Dreams, and that was that close by. Did anyone say, like, were you guys interested in maybe checking that out or?
I think it was too far. It's
Too
a few
far, maybe.
hours.
Oh yeah, fuck that. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, it's a great story, right? I mean,
No, but I don't think other places in the Midwest are even like this stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
It's really and the coldness is just brutal. I was thinking like I don't know how the hell people in Green Bay go to Packers games.
Oh, insane.
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it. It's dangerously cold. You could die out there. Like it's like so cold.
Yeah, but the people are really nice. I mean, I think I told the story on here about Paul and I, buddy of ours, Rymac. Shouts to Rymac. Jet fan, went to Jets Packers, and everyone was just incredibly nice. And the Jets, they smacked the Packers, and everyone was just like, good sports about it. So these people, they grow up in these, kind of like depressing towns where it's really cold and nothing going on, but they keep their,
I'll tell you what though, the games we were at were amazing. Like we got really lucky with the slate.
Oh my God. Did you?
Really good.
Oh my God.
Maybe the 2 best of the tournament, or at least up there.
No, I thought Kansas, Arkansas was. Yeah.
I was really excited about that game because I was like, me, I'm like, all right, we get to scout. There's 3 NBA prospects, and all 3 of them stunk. But the game was amazing. The game was so good.
Amazing. And you guys went viral. You guys were
Yeah, CBS.
Yeah.
We're on CBS.
Yeah. Some great footage.
Josh got the Sports Illustrated pick of Musselman on the table, which is one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Honestly, when he just jumped on the table and took his shirt off, and like everyone in that section was just going nuts. It was so awesome.
Yeah, that guy went viral too, and you guys were right there for it.
Was it a lot of Kansas fans there? I feel like it'd be like 75%.
Yes. It was pretty much all Kansas, and I was thinking about it like. When
Texas,
could you imagine Boeheim or Krzyzewski or Calhoun or anybody taking off their shirt at the standing at the scoring table?
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And shout out to Eric Musselman also, because he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah. Saw some abs.
Unbelievable. Yeah, what a game. What a game to be at. And then what was the second Texas your team
Texas, Penn State.
Yeah. Which
also
was a good one.
Also a very close game. The whole arena, like I think it was more Texas fans because they traveled out to the game, but by the end of it, people were rooting for Penn State because I guess it's just the Arkansas team stayed and their fans stayed, and everyone just roots for the underdog. So it was a tough game that Texas won.
Yeah, for my parlay, I was having a panic attack in that game because, like, by halftime, I'm like, all right, cool, I won this thing. And then all of a sudden, Penn State's up 3, and I'm like, oh, my God, is this really happening?
Yeah.
Texas held on. So.
Yeah. And, it looks like you guys won some money and great time. A great time.
Yeah, so shout out to betrivers.com, the app, which I needed a semen sample to cash out of. But
it was that rough?
Yeah, to set up a like an account, I think I needed to give them my license, my blood type, my hair follicle. You got to do all this stuff.
Jesus.
But
So
And
we went in, and Mike was like, my brother was like, let's do some research on this. And he found Bet Rivers. He's like, if you bet up to $500, they give you your money back. So I think we went into it like, okay, let's bet one game for 500. If we lose, we get it back. And if not, we roll it into something else. And that's kind of what we did.
Yeah, that was
You
the
did Arkansas, right?
Arkansas, yeah.
First round.
Yeah. I took Arkansas, and then I just rolled it into an Arkansas-Texas parlay because we were going to the games.
I like it.
I like it. Yeah, that was money. Arkansas, UConn. That's going to be a great game. Thursday night, 7:15. What else we got Thursday?
Huge Arkansas fan Thursday.
Yeah, Paul loves UConn. UCLA Gonzaga. That should be a great one. Florida Atlantic Tennessee. I wish it could have been FDU at the Garden. That would have been epic. And then Michigan State, Kansas State.
Miami.
No, I think
Houston.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get to Friday. Yeah, so Miami, Houston.
Friday, yeah.
That's a really good one. San Diego State, Alabama. Princeton, Creighton. Shouts to Princeton. And Xavier,
crazy.
Texas. Yeah. Good ones.
because the blue blood teams lost, I think MSG got a little robbed because I
big
think
time.
Duke and Kentucky had chances to be there.
NFDU.
Really?
NFDU. I know. It's kind of disappointing. The Garden got like pretty bad ticket, to be honest.
I'm gonna go on Thursday.
They'll
nice.
fill it up though. They'll definitely fill it up.
Oh,
Is
no,
it
for
a
sure.
double, Josh? Is it a double header?
Yeah. So
Awesome.
it's a 6 o'clock or 6:30 and a 9 o'clock at night.
That's Thursday. So you're going for for Florida Atlantic, Tennessee, and the Michigan State, Kansas State.
Yeah. The Michigan State game is the first game.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that point guard on Kansas State too. He's gonna whatever props are available for that kid, just take them off.
He's in the Garden.
And he's from Harlem, so he's gonna be playing in the Garden.
Oh,
in
nice.
the tournament. So yeah, he's gonna go off.
So
Nice.
out of the teams left, who's the favorite now to win it all? Is it still Houston?
I think Houston, and then probably. Yeah, I think UConn's the best team though.
I mean, Bama. Bama, no?
I was pretty impressed. I was impressed with UConn for sure.
UConn's legit. They've been legit all year. They had a rough stretch, but they have the most
They're big.
talent.
Their big man is really good. He had like 22 and 10 in the second half.
Yeah, he's a monster, that guy.
It's a no-go. Yep.
Yeah.
And they got a 7'4" kid or 3 Klingon, the freshman, that white kid. It's amazing.
For who?
Oh yeah. I remember. Yes.
Who's
I don't
that?
know if you guys watched any of Pitt, but did you see Pitt had like 2 Chet clones that are brothers?
Oh, the Diaz
Yeah,
Graham
the
brothers?
Diaz Graham brothers. I was like, who are these guys? Are they related to Chet? They play the same style. Like, I was like, whoa.
Good. It's weird though. I never heard of them until the end of the year. I guess they started getting time at the end, but
Yeah.
they got to put on like 80 pounds because they were.
Yeah.
They're not even cracking 200 yet.
Jeez. Yeah, so we got some good ones. Tournament was actually local here in Albany too, and I was tempted to go, but tickets were crazy expensive. I know you guys didn't pay too much in Des Moines.
Yeah, UConn and Iona.
Yeah, UConn Iona kind of inflated that. I mean, to sit like the worst seat in the house, it was like $150 minimum. I didn't check like day of, but I was just like, I'm good.
Crazy.
I know, but it's got to be a great experience. I mean, obviously watching the games you guys were at, I was like, damn, that must be awesome to be at. So,
Yeah. Also with the ticket pricing, I look at it like, I mean, at least for us, like I think we played 3 something, and we had great seats. But you get tickets to 2 games, so it's like you're paying 1 something a game.
that's true.
So it's not. So it wasn't that bad. I didn't think.
Yeah. Nice. So yeah, Thursday, Friday, definitely looking forward to that. Does anyone have any best bets? I know Paul and I we got some bet 365 money to lose.
Our bonus money. Yeah.
Our bonus money. See for yourself. Bet 365. 2 fucking states. They have this whole commercial. Aaron Paul, the whole thing. They're only in 2 states. What is this shit? Jersey and Colorado, randomly.
I don't get how these like some states pick some, then they don't pick others.
Yeah.
There's got to be so much corruption with the bidding process going on with that.
Oh, 100%.
Kickbacks.
100%.
So many kickbacks on this shit.
Yeah. So Paul has to ride the MGM Montvale to put in bets. So annoying.
No, it's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
What does everyone like? Anything? Anything pop out?
So I've been losing betting against Houston the whole tournament, and I'm going to keep doing it. So I like Miami plus 7.5.
Okay.
And then I also like Gonzaga plus 2.5 against UCLA. I don't know what's the deal with that guy. I think they had a couple injuries there.
He's okay. It looked bad,
He is
but
okay.
Okay. He's gonna be good.
I'll still go Gonzaga though.
Okay. Yeah. I may want to keep riding with Princeton. I don't know. How far can this team go?
Yeah, why not? I mean, you saw last year St. Peter's went to the Elite Eight, so
Yeah.
when you're hot, you're hot.
Princeton, they smacked the who'd they play Saturday? They fucking smacked
Arizona, right?
No, that's who they beat in the first round. But
Oh, that's right.
who'd they play? Trying to think who they played Saturday. Anyway, they killed them. That's all. That's all that matters.
What's the line for the next game?
Oh, they beat Missouri. Sorry for what? The next Princeton game?
Yeah.
Anyone got that in front of them?
I'll tell you right now. It's Creighton's a 10-point favorite.
What? Oh, Princeton all day. At least to cover that.
Yeah, 10 points. 10 points is a lot.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
And that 7.5, Adam, that you said, Houston, Miami.
It's too much, right?
That's a lot too.
Yeah, Miami went to the Elite Eight last year, and I feel like they have almost the same team. So.
Yeah. I couldn't tell you anything about. I mean, I really like Alabama. I mean, they've just been smacking everyone so far. Xavier, Texas. I have no idea. That's probably gonna be a close one, right?
Yeah, that'll be tough. Tennessee's only favored by 5 over Florida Atlantic.
It sounds like all these games look like they're gonna be really tight. Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's been fun.
Didn't the under hit in like a large majority of every game?
At one point, it was 29-9, 29 unders, 9 overs. I forget where that was at. I saw like that stat on Twitter. That might have been as of Sunday. So
wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. Of course, Paul, I think you and I had some parlay with like a bunch of overs, and like those were the only overs that happened. I remember.
I hate doing over under.
I know, it's the worst.
Me too. I've never won one.
I never liked
it's
them.
awful.
Even out there, I took 2. I lost them both.
Yeah.
One by half point. I'm like, why am I doing this?
It's awful, especially if you take.
I feel like. Yeah, the under stinks, right? Because you're rooting for bricks, and then the over, I feel like you're just chasing the whole time. It's like stressful.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I don't know.
It's definitely.
Yeah,
not
I
good.
saw Steve Pinero while he was out there cheer really loudly for back-to-back shot clock violation.
It's like so stupid.
Yeah, not fun. Not fun at all.
I did have in my bracket. I had Michigan State in the Final Four, and if they could get by Kansas State, I wouldn't mind seeing them play Florida Atlantic and just wiping them out. You know?
Yeah. Florida Atlantic. Damn, that sucked. I really wanted FDU. How electric would that be at the Garden with Fairleigh Dickinson? I mean, did you guys ever in a million years think Fairleigh Dickinson even had a basketball team? Let alone
I was gonna say I didn't even know they had a team.
Yeah, like what the heck? That's
But
so crazy.
Adam bet the play-in game with Fairleigh Dickinson, right?
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like-
I knew we were gonna be there for the tournament, so I was like, oh, it's a Jersey team, might as well bet them, and they
No,
won.
because the team that they were playing, I think it's like they were playing like South Alabama or something
Texas
obscure.
Southern.
Oh, Texas Southern. But Texas Southern had 20 losses.
Yeah, it was the first 20-loss team in tournament history.
Oh, jeez.
So he's like, this is an easy bet, like, you know, and it hit. It was great.
Yeah, and then that game against Florida Atlantic was really tight. It was a great game, but Florida Atlantic pulled away at the end, and you know that guy missed that dunk, and that determined some over under too, right? Like, didn't if that dunk landed at the end, it would have hit the over, but he missed it, and the under won, something like that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I saw people
was like-
bugging about that.
That was kind of petty because he went up
Oh,
for like
yeah.
a 360 dunk. That was kind of
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But how
FD
about the FDU coach getting signed to Iona, 5-year deal?
Wait, really?
He's
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
Today.
that.
Today or yesterday? Yeah.
today, this afternoon.
Nice.
Yep.
And
I
he's
mean, no disrespect when I say this, but he looks like he has Down syndrome. Doesn't he?
a little bit.
A little
Yes.
bit, yeah.
A little bit. And
When they showed him, I said, "Oh, he looks like he's like from here, Iowa." Like
Yeah.
well, he is.
Yeah.
He is.
No, he's
he's
not.
from Iowa.
I swear to God.
He's from
I
Iowa.
was about to say he is from Iowa.
That's
No.
amazing.
I
That's
swear
amazing.
to God. Yes.
I'm telling you, man. All those
He's from
guys,
Iowa.
Yes.
they look the same. They
Yes.
look the
And
same.
they got a look to him. That's for sure.
Yeah. No, he's from Iowa. He definitely has.
He lives in Rockland.
He lives in Rockland. Yeah, Paul was saying that. But he's actually from Iowa. I don't know how he ended up at North Jersey. But he is a little spectrumy, you know, a little bit. He talks like a mile, like so fucking fast.
Yeah, he does.
And yeah, he was pissed about that dunk. I suppose he went right up to that Florida Atlantic coach. It was like, I didn't like, like the Florida Atlantic coach, like he did the dunk or something. Like, what's he gonna say? Sorry. But anyway, no,
But,
it's been fun.
I know that we said, I said it, and I know Paul was upset, but I was like, college basketball is dead. But it's not that it's dead, but I think it's in a weird space where like they're trying to rebound back after 2 years of COVID, and then now the transfer portal. So it still hasn't like shaken itself out.
Yeah.
But it is pretty exciting when you hear like Rick Pitino is going to coach St. John's. Like that's exciting.
I love it. Who didn't like it was Rico Bosco, who's on Barstool. He's like a big college sports guy.
Is he a St. John's fan?
No, I mean he's a New York guy, local guy. He hates it. He thinks they should have brought in, more of like a young, because it's like once he leaves, like who's replacing him, like that sort of thing. Like they'll just go back into, the dumpster after he leaves.
You're in the dumpster right now.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
They
you
need
gotta get out
something.
of the dumpster. You're in the dumpster.
I know they need something. I mean, even if he, what do you get, a 6-year deal? Let's say he only does 3.
He'll do 3.
Yeah, they'll get great recruits. Like they'll probably make a tournament.
He's a brand, right? It's all about getting St. John's to 20 wins and back in the tournament that people recognize the school name and who they are,
Yes,
right? And after that, it sells itself.
I know. It's been. What was the last time they were good? When we Juice, you and I liked them. 99.
So
2000.
they had Ron Artest. They had at that time that was late 90s. Then they had Eric Barkley, Omar Cook. They were getting city guys. They had
LeVar
Mark
Postel. Yeah.
Remember this Goody Penn team with Mike Red?
Michael Redd. What's that?
No, Michael Red was Ohio State.
He was Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
but they beat St. John's. They beat the Ron Artest team.
Yeah.
Oh,
Check the
right.
Tuesday.
But that's the thing. Like it used to be, like people knew what St. John's was, and whatever. I think what it is, and I've been there. And when I last went there was, over a decade ago. They didn't have the facilities, so if they can get get some money pumped back into the program, why not? The Big East. I think that's what UConn did, right? Danny Hurley's there, and they're coming back, and now UConn is like kind of saving the Big East.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, St. John's. I mean, it used to be big time, right? Like Duke would come play them at the Garden.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Big East tournament, Garden, so fun.
I used to love those tournaments.
They get all these New York City kids. Now all the New York City kids, they want nothing. They don't want to stay in New York City. They want to go elsewhere. So yeah, I mean, they need to be. They haven't been relevant in a long time. So I'm all for the Pitino hire. Let's see what happens.
Listen, if Iona didn't get on, if they drew another team, like they could have probably won a game. Like they're in that game at halftime.
They
They
were.
were leading.
Yeah.
They were winning, yeah.
UConn was just a powerhouse.
Yeah. UConn's good. UConn's good. Sorry, Paul.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun. I mean, for the I didn't follow college, but basketball like all year, and then for a weekend, it's just it's great. I'm all about it. And then for another weekend, and then that's kind of it. So yeah, no, I hope it comes back. I want to be into it all year. Like Paul, even you, like no one knows more about college basketball than you, and even this year, you admittedly
I
were
barely
like,
watched.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
different.
so fun.
He these kids are changing teams, and the coaches are changing teams every year. There's no consistency. There's no like the rivalries are just not the same anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
It's so fun like this last weekend and this weekend because it's just round the clock basketball. Like over there, it's a time difference of an hour. So like 11:30, we're tipping off, and it doesn't end until midnight. It's so good.
Yeah. No, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, it should be good this weekend, and we'll go from there. What else should we? Anything else on March Madness that we didn't get to?
Yeah, let me throw Alabama plus 320 to win it all right now. Let me throw that out there.
Okay, I like it. They look pretty dominant.
I'm gonna stick with Texas. Hook 'em.
Okay.
Gonzaga
Ooh.
finally get their ring for Mark Few.
Yes,
He doesn't have one, right?
No, nope.
Was he
Came close. I think Baylor smacked him, right?
Yeah, Baylor smacked him.
Was he the coach? Speaking of St. John's, when Santangelo, that whole thing, that pretty much.
I don't know if it was Few or what was the other guy? Munson, I think, started the program.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure who was there, but yeah, that game was crazy. We were at your house, Tone.
Yeah, that was like Gonzaga. Who the fuck's Gonzaga? Like their only claim to fame was John Stockton went there, and then ever since that game, I feel like they've been pretty relevant, but they haven't won it yet.
Didn't they knock off a Ray Allen UConn team or not Ray Allen? It was like maybe the Khalid El Amin team, not the one that won the title.
Is that the Dan Dickow team? They won a couple rounds, maybe.
No, this one was like late '90s. That's
Okay.
how they were one of those teams that nobody heard of, and they went to either the Elite Eight or Final Four, and that's how they started getting.
Yeah,
Right,
relevant.
okay.
Yeah, that was the Dan Munson. I forget who was on the team though. Was it? No, Dickow was later, I think.
Yeah, Dickow was much later.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I'm probably saying Alabama is probably gonna win this thing, but who knows? Maybe UConn,
No,
or Princeton. What's Princeton's odds to win it? That'd be something.
Oh man.
That would be something. All right, guys. What else? I'd say let's go to NBA, but this is the worst time of the year. I feel like for NBA, right?
Yeah, I think we're in a holding pattern.
It's the last few weeks before the playoffs are the worst because it's just teams are just all right, get us to the playoffs. The teams that are tanking are just tanking. Everyone's focused on college, and it's just just get us there. But
So last night I watched the Knicks game, and Julius Randle was scorching. 57 points. They were down by a lot, and he brought them back to the game to the point where they even took the lead, and they should have probably won the game.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, it wasn't that everybody, some people on the radio were saying this is another contender for worst loss of the season. I don't see it that way. I just think the other team just played harder, that one. I know you don't want to hear that, but they just did. They played harder that night. So I don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah, I think it's one of those, teams they're always up for the Garden, obviously. They didn't have their best two players, out, playing. So, these guys see it as an opportunity. Let's go in. Let's upset them. It is what it is.
Shout out that legend Torian Prince, who didn't make a three in Brooklyn.
But when did he go 8 for 8?
He had five in the first quarter.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he didn't make one his entire time, the 2 years he was here.
and he had the game sealing layup. Yeah, that sucked. Yeah, Randall. I thought we thought he was gonna get the record, right? He had 52 at the end of the third quarter, and we're like, wow, he's probably gonna get the Knicks single game record, which Melo holds, 62, but I couldn't do it. So. Yeah, at this point, I'm just get us to the playoffs here. Let's figure out the seeding, get us to the playoffs. Let's see if this Knicks team has anything. Let's see if this Nets team has anything. I'm just, what do we got? 2 more weeks?
I was gonna say, okay, so Julius Randle scored 57, but I'm not impressed anymore with these high scoring games by anybody. I know we saw 70 from Donovan Mitchell. We saw Lillard many 60-point games. It's not the same. Like when Kobe Bryant scored 81, I think I was talking about it for a week.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like growing up when people scored 50, it was like an event.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And then like a couple weeks ago, they were like, happy anniversary to the night Karl Anthony Towns scored 60. I was like, when the hell did Karl Anthony Towns score 60 points in a basketball game? Why do I not remember that? Did that actually happen?
I think the bubble like ruined everything with that, right? Remember everyone was going off in that thing? And I feel like ever since then, that's been like the norm now for all these players.
Yeah, like if somebody scores 50, I don't care. Like I'm like, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it bad defense, or like has the offense gotten that crazy? Because they do hit crazy shots too.
Yeah,
I think it's more the offense. These guys are just you can't guard them sometimes.
Yeah, like there's nothing you could do a lot of times against some of these guys.
I think it's the way they ref the games too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
like they call everything on the defense. Like even calls where it should be charging, they call blocking too much. Like the defense really doesn't have a leg to stand on. It's really tough.
Yeah, like a lot of these games where they put up that many points, they're hitting like 20 foul shots. Like it's stupid. Yeah, that makes
the new thing now is like bigger wings. Like I'll give you Giannis is one. Harden's gotten really good at it. He's got size too. Like weight on him. Is like just put your shoulder down and just run into a guy if he's not set yet. You put the guy on the floor, and they're gonna call a foul on him. And even though the entire play is initiated by the offense player.
I know. I hate that.
Like the Allen Iverson team. I'm not even talking about the '90s Knicks or Pistons or any of that. Think about the Allen Iverson Finals team. That was Allen Iverson and a bunch of defensive guys, right? That team wouldn't even make it out of the first round.
Yeah, they'd probably win 25 games.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's because, like, yes, the offense is really good, but I just think the way they call the game, I think that everything is just pro offense.
Yeah, it's almost like you can't play defense anymore.
Yeah. No, I think it's definitely that. It's definitely the 3-point shot, obviously, too, right? People are shooting a lot more threes. A lot of these games...
Yes.
A lot of these games, it's like, oh, he hit like 12 threes. Like, what? It's definitely the times they are changing. So, yeah, it's just, it's kind of just like, whatever at this point. I guess one thing we can talk about that's controversial since it's the end of the season is who's winning the MVP? Is it going to just be Embiid? Just give it to him already? Sick of this fucking debate. Just give it to him. Whatever. I'm just.
Jokic don't want it. Jokic doesn't want it.
I know. I guess you gotta just give it to Embiid. I mean, shouts to Embiid. He didn't get hurt all year. Well, it's funny, and this was my biggest regret in fantasy was trading Embiid. I don't regret trading anyone else, but I regret trading Embiid because I thought for sure he was just going to be hurt. And he was when I traded, he was like in the beginning of the season, he was like, I think he was out for like 2 weeks and that's it. He's been great. Like ever since he's actually been durable for once. So, I
mean, he's averaging 35-ish points, right?
I think he's got like 15 straight 30-point games or something like that.
Yeah. And he's putting up absurd numbers and, two-way player, right? He plays defense. I know he the gripe on him is he gives up on certain possessions or whatever, but like who doesn't? I don't know. Just give it to him at this point.
So I remember like last pod, I kind of made the Jokic case because like there's a lot of stats where like he's like kind of setting records.
Yeah.
But I know what I'm about to say is like a 1-game sample size, but a couple weeks ago the Nuggets played the Nets in Denver. The Nets beat them. And throughout the entire game, like they're setting that high screen and they're putting Dinwiddie and Jokic in a pick and roll situation where Jokic has to switch on to Dinwiddie. Yeah. And it's like a 5-alarm fire for Denver. Like they got to send 2 guys, 3 guys. They got to trap. They got to figure out a way to basically gimmick Dinwiddie into a pass or a turnover or anything like that. And if that's just Spencer Dinwiddie, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like there's a lot of good guards in the West. So like I know it's a regular season award and his stats in the regular season are crazy, but it's hard for me to say this guy should win MVP when like I know he's gonna get roasted in the playoffs. Like I know it. I know they're gonna play like watch, they're gonna run into Golden State at some point, and they're gonna run into Steph Curry at some point, and he's gonna have to guard Steph Curry. And they're gonna have to make a decision where, okay, are we gonna really do this year? Where Steph Curry's gonna have Jokic on? Like how are we gonna figure this out? So that to me is like, all right, let's give this thing to Embiid this year.
Yeah, good case.
Yeah, he's gonna win, 100%.
Okay, so you're saying 100%. Juice, what do you? I know you like your boy Tatum, but he's kind of fallen off a little bit. No.
No, I think in the beginning of the year, I thought the Celtics were just gonna not lose a game, run through the playoffs, and win the championship. They've slowed down and gotten
the Nets broke them.
I know.
They did.
The Nets and Knicks back to back. They broke them.
Yeah, they've not been the same.
They removed the interim tag from the coach, Joe Mazzulla, and then he's now looks like the worst coach in the Eastern Conference. He's terrible.
And now,
they're soft. They're just weak.
And Jaylen Brown,
did you guys see those comments today?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did he say? I didn't see him.
Not sounding good.
Basically that he's not looking to stay in Boston long term. That's pretty much what he said.
But
Came
also,
out and said it.
Adam, are you referring to the Durant comment?
Hold on. I didn't see the Durant comment. I only saw the stuff about Boston. What did he say about Durant?
So he was kind of pissed about the Durant trade rumors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he knows about Tatum. He knows Tatum and Durant are boys, and they work out together. And he when he was hearing that, he's like, all I wanted was to get on a three-way call with Tatum and Brad Stevens and be like, what's going on with this? But it never happened. And so there's that, and then there's obviously the comments he had about the fans. It's a small contingent of fans that are still stuck in the 50s and 60s, and yeah, I think he's 100%. He's gone.
He's a nice player to be like on the Knicks.
Perfect.
For this stuff for Tom Thibodeau team.
Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, great fit. Great fit.
Perfect compliment. Like the actual perfect fit. Thing is, he's
we
a free agent.
We don't have money.
He's a free agent in 2024, so you're not going to trade for him now, right? I mean,
not really, unless you can figure out like a way he signs again, or that he's signing. But it's also going to cost you too much. Like we don't have the money, I don't think, to pull that off.
Right. We had to move heaven and earth just to sign Brunson. So yeah, but yeah.
They're weak. I'm not going to say Tatum. I'm going to say Embiid, and I love that. Like he looks like he gives a fuck. Like he cares.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just give it to him. I think this shouldn't really be a thing anymore. I think he's going to get it. Should have got it last year, or maybe shouldn't have. I don't know. It was close, so just give it to him.
If Harden leaves, right? If Harden goes back to Houston, is there a trade between Philly and Houston where they could make it a sign-in trade and get something back?
Yeah, I think they would probably do. I mean, they could do what the Nets did and get like a trade exemption kind of deal, where they're like a free agent's going out of there or something like that. So that's definitely something that could happen, but it's not going to be much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sixers are definitely in like we got to win now because this thing could like really blow up in this offseason. But
I never doubt out Daryl Morey. He's like a mad scientist. He figures stuff out.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm worried. Jaylen Brown goes there somehow. Depending on how all this goes. So
yeah, I heard like a Nets thing also where maybe they'll try to package all their picks for him and match salary and trade for him. But then I'm like, I don't know. I already have PTSD. I told you guys I have PTSD from Kyrie, so getting another Donda boy in there.
Yeah, Donda boy, nice. Yeah, he's part of that Kyrie crew. I don't know.
He's like IQ wise, he's like the smartest guy in the NBA, right?
Oh yeah, he's really smart. Yeah,
he's like an MIT student.
Yeah, no, he's a brilliant guy. Definitely an intellectual of sorts. So, yeah, we'll see. He's from Atlanta, so who knows? Maybe the Hawks try and get him, which that would suck. So
Yeah, that would really suck.
Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah. So last, few weeks here, and next pod we'll probably be talking about kind of seeding and stuff like that, right? So next pod would be
the season's basically be over at that point.
First weekend.
Playoffs are what? 3 weeks away?
I think the week of the 10th of April they start, or the 17th, one of those.
All right, it's about 3 weeks. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So mid-April here.
Wow. So our next pod could potentially be playoff preview, WrestleMania recap,
Oh.
and we talk about the Masters too. Nice.
Oh, and then NFL draft too.
Oh yeah, we're getting good.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. Not a lot going on too much right now in NFL. I mean, I think we were all hoping to at least talk about this Rodgers trade, how it played out, but it still hasn't happened.
So what I'm hearing now is I saw a report today saying the Green Bay Packers are insulted and they feel like the Jets are lowballing them. But at the same time, critics are saying, what do you expect you're going to get back for a 38-year-old quarterback?
Right.
Not even that. He's got like a $55 or $60 million cap hit. Like,
yeah, 60. Yeah, it's huge.
And they can't afford they have to get rid of him. They can't keep him on the bench. Like,
yeah. So they
really.
The GM came out and was like, "Hey, man!" Like he talked about Rodgers in the past tense, like it was over, and this is weeks ago.
I mean, it 100% will be done before the draft because they're going to need to know what the draft capital they're getting back. Wait.
The thing is, they think that they're basing it off of the Russell Wilson trade, but it's a totally different scenario.
Yeah.
They're thinking that they're going to get a haul, but they're not.
They're nuts. Every day it goes up longer, the Jets get more leverage. Every day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Douglas, I mean, he gets everyone in negotiations trading, so I'm not worried about him getting a good trade at all.
Yeah. Now that so the McAfee interview, which I watched like every second. I was plugged in. That was great. Did you guys watch it live or
no? Because we were in the airport while that was going down, like on our way out. But how many did they break the internet?
Yeah,
how many viewers?
They had. It was definitely their highest stream like ever. I think they might have reached 500,000 viewers. That's like way high. I don't think they ever even reached 6 digits on that show. So a lot of people were watching. He called out Rodgers called out Shefty. That was great.
Yeah, what's that beef about? I didn't follow. What is that from?
So Rodgers basically he's like I don't trust Shefty or Rappaport, and he's like they don't know anyone in my crew, and like anything he says is a lie and blah blah blah, and then that Shefty, I guess after because he was watching, he tweeted out the text. He screenshot the text of Rodgers saying, "Lose my number. Nice try, though," which is great.
Yeah, at least he had a sense of humor about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then people were making T-shirts and the whole thing. But no,
it's a tough job because everyone, even us, I feel like even with our friends, we want to be the first that sends the GAWDS bomb, right? Like that lets your friends know. So could you imagine that that's their job? That's what they have to do. Like,
yeah, it's a lot of pressure. Yeah, it's crazy. You think we're on our phones a lot? Jesus, those guys live on it. They don't sleep. I can't imagine it's very enjoyable, but it's a life they chose. What else did Rodgers talk about? Obviously, he says he intends to be a New York Jet, and it's on the Packers at this point, the compensation. So we just wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to cost?
I think it's going to be a 2 or 3 this year, and then a conditional pick next year, like a 3 or 4 again. They're not getting a first round pick. No shot.
No. And then
and I think they'll probably throw in a player like a Corey Davis maybe, because he would have been cut by now if they weren't planning to throw him in that deal already.
Yeah, I saw Bryce Hall too, right, Paul?
Yeah, that'd be good. I mean, he's good. He just doesn't fit with the scheme, and he's obviously got Sauce and Reed ahead of him. But he had like the most pass breakups in the NFL as a rookie his first year.
Yeah.
So he's pretty good.
Did you guys hear anything that Rodgers trying to bring over? Well, everyone's talking about Lazard, or I've heard rumors about Cobb, but the one I heard was Bakhtiari. Could he bring Bakhtiari with him?
He's always hurt, and honestly, they have so many.
Yeah,
back then, you're waiting on his injury. Dwayne Brown, he just got surgery. Another tackle. Like the Jets have like 4 tackles that are good, but they're just it's injury questions. So I think they would want to. They want a guy who's probably more durable and younger. But I like him. He's a good player. I just don't.
What's the story with Becton?
He's looking good. He lost like.
That's good.
It's got to be like 100 pounds. It
Lost
seems like, honestly,
so much weight. Yeah. He's like proud of it too. He keeps like posting it and stuff.
That's like a extra first round pick if he's back to being healthy this year. Just can't count on
a game
it.
changer.
Whatever snap you get out of him, it's like a bonus. So I hope for his sake, because I think he's a free agent after this year. He might be out of the league if he gets hurt again.
Yeah. So we'll wait and see. At this point, it's inevitable.
Inevitable.
That will happen. So, yeah, we shall see. What else? Last of Us finale.
Oh,
amazing.
Great stuff.
Great TV.
I kind of think
when's season 2 going to be back? How many years is it going to take to get this back?
2024 probably, if I had to guess.
Oh man.
I know.
No, end of 4 could be 25. End of 24 could be 25.
By the time it's back, we're all gonna have to like re-binge it.
I know.
Rewatch it.
I kind of think that it's good the way it is, the way it ended.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I agree. You could just end the show.
It is a perfect ending.
You could just end it. But I guess they did make a second game, which supposedly is very controversial. People hated it after loving the first game. And I heard they want to make the second game into like 2 seasons or 3 seasons even. So they really want to ride it, because I guess the first season was such a hit. So they want to keep it going.
Why not? Oh, go ahead, Josh.
No, I was gonna say, because like if it just ends, right, and say we never played the second game, we don't know anything, right? If it just ends, like we would be talking about, okay, so like what do you think happened? They went back, right? And that was like a sophisticated city, right? And as it evolves over decades and 100 years pass by, they're gonna figure out a way to overcome the infected and then populate the world again. Like that's just how it is.
Yeah. Supposedly, there's a girl, like another girl, who I guess Ellie ends up having like a relationship with. That's like a pretty big character in the second game, and supposedly it's the daughter of that doctor who Joel shoots in the head.
Oh wow,
something like that. I'm
gonna watch the game. Like you can YouTube and watch the whole game, how it plays out. I think I'm going to do it. I can't wait till 2025. Come on.
I don't get it though. If it's a game and like it's like laid out like that, then what are you doing as a player of the game? Wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's what I don't get. I don't really get it.
Like, wouldn't you do something different than what the game creators made? I don't know. I understand.
No, you have to. So in the game, you're playing everything out. Like you have to complete those things, those missions.
Oh, like missions.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, if the game is not critically acclaimed and controversial, why not just break off from the game and just go Last of Us as the TV version and just kind of change up a little bit?
I know.
And also, when you screen these things and people are watching it, we knew right away when we were watching it, this is really fucking good. This is amazing, right? Film seasons, as you're doing it, that it's going to be great. Like, it's not going to flop. I hate, HBO does this thing where you have a great season because it's HBO, it's good TV, and I gotta wait 4 years for the next season.
I know. It's brutal.
I think HBO should just film 2 seasons of anything they put on a Sunday, because even if it's like not that good, like people are gonna watch it.
I think it's because it's not TV, it's HBO, right? So I think what they mean by that is like every show is like a movie, and it's like movie budgets. It's expensive,
right. I get it, but if it's so good, right, and you're gonna sign up for a second season, so you're doing this anyway. The only thing is, you're prolonging it. Now you're going to do it 2 years from now, or a year. Like, I don't know. It's more expensive if you do it that way, I think.
Yeah. So I heard Euphoria, which is taking forever between seasons, right? It was 2019.
Another one.
Yeah, 2019, and then what was it in 2022?
Last year.
And then we got to wait till I guess 2024 for it. But I heard a rumor. It's like this season coming up is like the second highest budget in HBO history, which makes that makes no sense to me. They film in the LA suburbs. Like what?
Right.
How much did they spend on prosthetic dicks?
I think it's the cast. I think like Zendaya, she probably cost like a shit ton of money. I think maybe that's it. Like just the cast is expensive.
Westworld was definitely number one, right? That had to be number one.
No, Game of Thrones. No, Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, that's right. Game of Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones definitely. They take the
You basically had to recreate medieval times. Like it was like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those budgets are crazy for that. But Euphoria, it's like why is that like a high budget? Like, that doesn't make sense.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I thought Euphoria the last season was really good. I forgot about that show completely because it feels like years.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
I know. It takes forever between seasons. I feel like it wasn't like that with Sopranos, Game of Thrones, right? Wasn't it every year?
Sopranos, the only time it was pretty much every year. The only time it wasn't was when there was like a strike because the actors wanted to be paid more because they asked for a lot of money. But it wasn't this long.
I know. And what about Succession, which comes back this Sunday?
Final season.
Final season. When was the last season, though?
I think that was pretty recent.
Was it?
I feel like it was last year.
Wasn't it like right before the pandemic?
I think it was COVID, or like right before COVID.
No, the last season was last year. Last season was definitely last year.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, what am I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. It ends with Tom deceiving. Yeah, that was last year. What am I talking about? Okay. But yeah, that comes back. I can't wait for that. That's going to be great.
HBO, I wish HBO would pick up and rewrite Lost.
Yeah, I know. Lost on HBO would have been amazing. I know.
What made me think of that was Last of Us, the way they do flashbacks and I think they did a flash forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Remind me of Lost, and then I just watched the missing, disappearing Malaysian flight, and I just thought of Lost. I don't know.
I think I lost with that. Oh, dude, the entire time I was watching that documentary, I was thinking of Lost. I'm like, hell yeah, they're on the island.
They're on an island.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, they're on the island. That's what they are. That's a mind fuck. That documentary. Have we all watched that? Adam, you haven't seen it, right?
I didn't see it yet. Yeah.
Okay.
I wish I did watch it. Adam, don't watch it. It was depressed. I was so depressed after episode 1.
You just get it's depressing. You don't learn anything really. Like it's just you're more confused.
Yeah,
than
like they never found the plane.
It's really just a bunch of different people with their theories, and it's just like it's kind of maddening, right? Because it's like we don't know. We'll probably never know. I'm sure there's a small group of people who do know. You know what I mean? And it's just like that's just the way it is. You know?
Yeah.
I did watch the Mel Gibson Vince Vaughn movie that apparently came out in 2018. That it's on Netflix right now.
I know. I gotta see that. Yeah.
It was incredible.
Good. Yeah.
It was like a Tarantino movie. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did I not know about this thing?
Does it have like?
Maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Is it like True Detective? By the way, that's coming back too. Season 4.
I don't know what it's like, honestly.
Oh, really?
It builds up into this thing. You're just like, what is going on? Like, it's crazy.
I gotta check that out. Paul,
I never thought Vince Vaughn and Mel Gibson would do something together. It's good.
Yeah, I like it. Paul,
it's a weird tandem.
What were you saying, Paul?
True Detective 4. Who's the cast? Did they say who?
Jodie Foster.
Ooh.
Yeah, okay.
She's I think the only big name. I guess it's based in Alaska. So it's like about I guess a bunch of men disappear, and they're trying to figure out where they are or what happened. That's all I know.
Who's the director? Is it the guy from the first season?
I don't know. I think Pizzolatto's the writer, but I don't know who's like directing it and whatnot.
When does it come back?
I think either this month or next month. It's coming back soon.
I liked all of them except for the second one, which was Vince Vaughn.
Which was Vince Vaughn, right? Yeah, I've heard second watch. It's actually pretty good, but I mean, I doubt I'm gonna do that. Season 1 is just so like such a classic. It's
I'm gonna rewatch it.
yeah. Season 1 is just incredible. Like everything about it is just amazing. So it's gonna be hard to top that, you know.
Season
I have
one,
an idea for a show. Bill and Frank spin-off, but hold on, with a laugh track, 30-minute episodes. They turn it into a comedy.
That would be amazing. They should do something with that, right? I mean, we only got one episode of that. Kind of a
I
shame.
know
So
it was
good.
great. It was a great love story.
Kind of a shame. Yeah. I just love how they're out for like a nice jog. You know what I mean? through their little town that like they're the only people living in. Like it's just so. I don't know. Everything about it was great.
Anyone watched Lucifer? I heard that's good too.
No.
Who's that? Idris Elba?
Yeah.
No,
it's on
Luther, right?
Luther, that's what it is.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
That looks really good. That looks kind of like a True Detective type. It's a movie, right?
Yeah, movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of long, I think.
What's that?
It's really long, I heard too.
Okay. Yeah, I want to watch that and the Mel Gibson Vince Vaughn one. I gotta check out both of those movies.
It's on Netflix, right, Juice?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
I think there's a thing on Netflix coming out. I think tomorrow. Waco.
Oh, yeah, I
really
saw
good.
the trailer for that. That looks good.
Yeah, I've never watched like anything Waco. I know they had a show a few years ago on that.
You should.
Yeah.
That'd be like right up.
Oh yeah.
conspiracy
That's right up my alley. Hell yeah.
What's the Waco story?
Paul, tell it.
It's a true story. It's what was it? Was it the 80s or early 90s?
Yeah, 80s or
early
90s.
Yeah.
Early 90s.
Because I think Bill Clinton was the president, and
Okay.
he regrets like a lot of the stuff that happened. So basically, it was like a cult, and they basically just like lived on their own. They built a huge like compound, and there was multiple families. I think it was like 100 something people, maybe even more. But they were kind of like storing guns and weapons, and the government found out about it, and they were gonna like kind of break in and take everything, arrest them. But they knew that they were coming, so they were like kind of prepared. But basically, what like the FBI did is like they just like murdered these people. It was a standoff for like 50 days or something like that. It was wild. Like the video was nuts.
Yeah, actually, that branch of government, I forget the name of it, but it doesn't exist anymore.
Davidian.
The branch Davidian. That was the cult. But there's another. I forget the name of the branch. It was like TSA, not TSA, but it was one of these. It was like the FBI, but something different.
Interesting.
Whatever it was, they folded that. They folded that entire branch of government after this.
Yeah, they like burned. There was like kids in there, and like it was like, oh, it was bad.
And then this show is a documentary. It's gonna be about it, or
Yeah. There's actually a show. I forget where I
There-
watched it.
yeah.
The show is tremendous. Yeah,
Yeah, there was a show.
Was that on Netflix or was that Amazon?
No, I want to
I
say
think
it
it's
was,
on Netflix now. I think.
but I want to say it was on like FX or like one of these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but it was like
Taylor,
like this.
Taylor, what's his face is the main character.
Glitch.
Yeah.
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 He did
Is
a good
it-
job.
Were they like trying to start their own country, kind of thing? Like
Basically, like they didn't want to be involved with anything. Like they were like, hey, like leave us alone. This is like our
Yeah, they were just churchgoers that were just like following this one dude.
right.
Coincidentally, Texas is talking about seceding from the rest of the country. You hear about this? The Republic of Texas is like a thing now.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
they want to, they want to secede from the rest of the country.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
Hook 'em horns.
hook them.
Yeah. So, I definitely, I don't know why I never watched that Waco show, and I know it's right up my alley. I gotta watch that.
Really good.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Anything else?
Yeah.
What else
think
we
that's
got
it.
coming up? Let's hope for Rodgers to be a Jet by next time. And where's Odell going?
Yeah. Where's Odell going? Hopefully the Jets for not much money. And
The Odell thing. Like we're talking about Odell like he's prime Jerry Rice.
I know.
Why is his free
I know.
agency thing?
And honestly,
Yeah, he's washed.
yeah. And after that shit on that flight, I'm like, fuck this guy. I just think he's a scumbag.
On 220 ACLs, no less.
Exactly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
If
So
you're gonna take a chance for like a wide receiver, like in that age group, go for DeAndre Hopkins. Like, don't even
100%.
I know, right?
instead of Odell.
Yeah. I went to his draft, like the draft party for him in the city. That was 2013.
Wow.
So he's coming off 2 torn ACLs. No, I think I'm good. I think I'm good.
That's
Hopkins
crazy.
had like 800 yards last year, and he missed like 8 games because of the
So
suspension. And he would have been the Giants' leading receiver.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these guys that are washed, they're living off of like their name or brand and think that they're better than everyone, but they're really not. Like even Cam Newton today he went to the Auburn Pro Day and he worked out for NFL teams. Cam Newton.
Oh, I saw
He's
that.
not that old.
I
He's
saw
not
that.
even that old.
And he's like, he's posting these videos like, there's not 32 quarterbacks better than me. It's like, I think they are.
There might be 45.
So
Yeah.
He had a weird career. He's not old either.
I
He's
know.
like 30, 33.
I think I heard he has a great work ethic. Like he's first one in the gym, last one out type guy. But I think his personality runs people. People don't like him. They're not going to follow that guy. Like when you hear guys talk about Daniel, I'm still surprised by this. Daniel Jones, like they love this guy. I was hearing Darius Slayton the other day. He was doing a press conference for whatever. And he was like, I was happier for Daniel Jones signing his deal than my own deal.
Wow.
And he was like, I will not tolerate any slander of Daniel Jones anymore. Like I've seen him, the way he works and like how far he's come. They all talk about him like that. Like it's Saquon Barkley's best friend.
Interesting. Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I want week 1 Jet Giants.
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
weren't we talking about that? Well, you guys were probably in the midst of Des Moines, but Monday, I saw the rumor, Monday Night Football, which is 9/11, Jets-Giants.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be something?
As long as it's not
can see it.
Thanksgiving, because I can't handle another giant loss on Thanksgiving.
Jets-
After this Cowboy
Jet-
debacle.
Jets-Cowboys 100% will be Thanksgiving.
Yep.
All right, that's
They're talking
cool.
about the-
I watched that.
They're talking about the Jets maybe having 11 or 12 like national games
Yeah.
this year, like
Yeah.
5 prime time. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It'll be Jets-Cowboys. Well, when Rodgers, I mean, it's happening, right? Jets-Cowboys will definitely be the 2 national teams. It's so funny, right, Paul? Like we went from like the last how many years Jets like no national games, maybe a Thursday game sprinkled in, to now they're gonna lead the league in national games. Crazy.
Yeah. Which I don't know, because like losing those Sunday night games going to bed is like the worst feeling.
I know.
Yeah, it-
Or having to stay up for it. Fucking annoying.
Even worse, yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I just get up to 12:30, and now I gotta go. Like,
Yeah.
it sucks.
Yeah.
You can put any of those division games on prime time too. Like Aaron Rodgers versus Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers versus the Patriots. If the Dolphins are great, you know what I mean? They're gonna
Exactly.
have
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun year.
yeah, it'll be fun
Or the-
for sure.
Can't wait.
Okay, good.
Can't wait.
When are the Giants getting? What receiver you guys want them to get for free agent and trade?
I
you know,
they're done. I think they're going to just draft somebody.
yeah, I'm leaning toward that, but I'm kind of holding out hope that they could somehow steal one. Like, I don't think they're going to get Judy. I heard actually Judy and the Browns might be a thing, like for a trade, but the price is too much. I would love if we could get like Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah,
That'd be
that'd be
perfect.
great.
That's a good one.
I don't think we're going to get T Higgins. It's going to cost too much, but Brandon Ayuk would be cool. We're probably going to end up with like Gabe Davis though.
I kind of think Waller was their splash, and they're just going to draft the best available guy and just roll
Yeah.
with what they got.
So, do you think that they won't? Is it possible they won't take a wide receiver now because they got Waller? They're still going to get one, right?
Maybe not. I mean, I would say it's good. That's the most likely pick in round 1, but I'm sure they're not married to it. Like they got a bunch of holes, but I think they'll wind up with a receiver in the draft. Plus, they got Wandale coming back, which they could sell as, hey, we got Wandale coming back. That's like having another receiver. So
Yeah. Cool.
It's all deadly.
Yeah.
It's all deadly.
Before we end, just wanted to say, R.I.P. Willis Reed,
Yes.
the captain.
Yeah.
I know. Sad day for the Knicks.
Pour one
Saturday
out.
for New York.
For NBA, for everything. Yeah.
Pour one out, man. The legend, 4 points,
That's just like
on a broken leg, basically.
Yeah, it
How
was
old
like
is
that's
he?
like an iconic
He was-
thing. He was 80.
80.
Okay.
Yeah, but he had I think he had congestive heart failure the last year.
He was always at the Knicks games, right? Until
Yeah.
They
recently?
celebrated 50 years, and he wasn't there for that celebration, so I knew something was going on. But yeah, he had the past year was rough with he had like heart failure.
Yeah, damn.
80 though, but like, isn't that such an iconic thing? Like, and I think it set the tone for that Game 7. Like, I know he didn't have a good game. Clyde had the big game, but they think his leg is broken. He's not playing. And he just walks out of the tunnel.
Yep.
Like with warm ups on, ready to go.
Scores the first.
It's like
4 points.
folklore,
Yeah. Yeah. Scores the first 4 points. That's it. That's all it took. And the Knicks
And then
gets destroyed.
They must have been juiced.
Yeah.
Juiced. Like, oh shit, what's playing?
Yeah. Now players, don't get me started.
Yeah.
Save it for another pod.
Yeah. But all right, guys. Said it all. I guess we'll take care. Comb your hair.
Peace.
Peace.
You're welcome. You're welcome.